Well, the Bats, they apparently have gone quiet in Minnesota. Don't you know? With that said, come on in to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Dansby Swanson, he was the last hope for Craig Counsell and these Chicago Cubs to scratch a pair across and knot this thing up, but nothing doing. And they fall in this series as they now move to 32-19 in night games, and apparently they were looking to light things up in this one and have a chance to go and win that series tomorrow, but nothing doing, like we said. Unfortunately, that's baseball. And for these Chicago Cubs, the offense seems to be in a rut right now. Just 4 knocks, and they weren't able to get it done with runners in scoring position. And if you can't do that, it's going to be tough to win contests.
Yeah, and when you have Duran coming in and throwing tic-tacs at 100, it's tough to put good swings on it. Dansby Swanson put a good swing on that pitch right there, but it's tough when you got a closer. Look, this bullpen did a good job this whole series, and the starters have done a good job too. And coming out after 5, only throwing 72 pitches today by Festa, I mean, that's unbelievable that these guys are not going deeper into the ball game, but it's because their bullpen's so good.
Oh no, this is not what you envisioned entering the day. The Brewers getting a sweep on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, they've dropped 6 in a row, so they're on the struggle bus right now. But for the Cubs to see themselves right now with that lead ever shrinking, a game and a half right now, just 5 games out in front of those Cardinals, the time is of the essence. You need to win the one tomorrow versus the Twins, and then you have to go into the Bronx and announce your presence with authority.
That's why it's baseball, man. I mean, I think you're coming in after the off day licking your chops, being up, right? Coming in and playing the Twins and knowing that Milwaukee's playing against LA, and it's almost done the opposite of what you thought it was going to do. The Cubs have lost both games, and Milwaukee go over there and be sweeping the Dodgers, which you wouldn't think that would happen. It's crazy.
Yeah, we saw Pat Murphy with Jacob Mizorowski just the other night. He left him in there to face the meat of that Los Angeles Dodgers lineup. 3rd time around, he said, I thought it would be a great experience for him. He sent him back out there, and he went out there and handled business. But on the flip side, we saw Cade Horton pulled maybe just a skosh too early. Ryan Brazier as his replacement. He went in there and dealt, but 4 2/3, 94 pitches, 61 strikes for Cade Horton. You want to see him go a little deeper into games, especially as you're getting towards the back half of that campaign.
Yeah, it seems like he's always kind of struggling to get past that 5th inning, right? And I know they're trying to limit his innings, but it was like the good with the bad, and it kind of started off how it did yesterday with Shota. It was just base hit after base hit, and you saw Buxton got hit by a pitch to start off the game, but then Carlos Correa, you see here, driving the double to right field, just putting solid contact on there, and then you see Dansby here kind of taking a little bit of time, hesitant, maybe not knowing that Jeffers was going to try to score on that one. And then you have Wallner right there getting that hanging, breaking ball that he takes it to right field. Doesn't get a play all the time, but then it was, he found it a little bit, had the sweeper. You see Harrison Bader here swinging through, getting strikeouts. He did hit the over on the 4.5. I will have to say, I got to throw that in there, Cole, but he did have a good sweeper, good changeup. But ultimately, just leaving the ball out over the middle of the plate. He was throwing hard tonight. He was throwing 97+ miles an hour. But look, these big league hitters, they can turn it around. You see there another double there by Lewis, but ultimately just not able to get the job done. You see here, getting picked off at second runner. This was the final run that he was able to give up. You talked about the 4 earned runs. They kind of had 2 outs and pushed him off and pulled him out of the game here with 94 pitches.
Yeah, and that play was by design. Rocco Baldelli throwing that one up in the sand. Obviously, Reese McGuire throwing down to second base, but when that runner from third is already in motion, it's tough to nab him at the house.
Well, when you have 2 outs, you might as well take the chance to try to get that runner in first in the scoring position, and if he doesn't get in scoring position, then you get in a rundown and try to get the guy to score before he tags him, and that's exactly what happened, and ultimately ended up being 4-2 and a big play in the ballgame.
Yeah, 10th series loss of the season. The Cubs now 18-10-3 in said meetings. So we're taking it to the Twitter sphere. My man Chris says, interesting how the Cubs just can't score runs. Either that or it's difficult. I believe there needs to be a change in the lineup. Cubs need production with men on base. Ryan Sweeney, your thoughts? And I don't necessarily think the Cubs can't score runs. They have more double-digit run-scored games in baseball than any other team in the entire league. So clearly they know how to score, but that is a question. With runners in scoring position, should there be a jostling of position when you look at 1 through 9?
I mean, I don't know what you would mix up. I mean, on Sunday against the Cardinals, it was 11-0. Okay. So they were putting up runs. I mean, it's just, you can take a small sample size and look, it's Ian Happ's struggling right now. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like 3 for his last 40 something. But, and he's up there at the top of the lineup. So, I mean, that's really the only spot that I could see maybe mixing up the leadoff spot. But then who do you throw up there? I mean, It's just tough when you're going into the ninth inning, like I said, and you only have 4 hits.
Spot.
Yeah, I like it because he's a contact
fantastic
guy. He doesn't strike out.
He's great with runners in scoring position. However, sometimes you need that table setter right off the top. Now, I know Happer takes a lot of pitches. He will draw walks, but you want the guy to apply pressure. Nico Horner, he's going to put the ball in play and make the defense make a play on him.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't think you change the lineup right now where it's at. I mean, you're still in first place. It's just a couple of games where you're scuffling. It's kind of that midsummer lull right here. I know you can make an excuse for anything.
Other teams are going through it.
100%. But it's like we've said before, you have to play well and win the series against, I don't want to say the Twins are a bad team, but they're 14 games back in their division. So this is a series that you feel like you should win when the Cubs have been playing the type of baseball that they've been playing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you need to go out there and win series like this because you don't get a whole bunch of those in series. They become of the utmost importance, specifically down the stretch. And after the All-Star break, that's exactly what the Cubs will be entering, the home stretch of the 2025 campaign. And right around the corner, Skip, Craig Counsell, he's going to let us know what went wrong tonight because they needed to win, weren't able to do so. So keep it locked right here. More Cubs Postgame Live on the flip side.